UK, Ronnie Kray, died in hospital 2 days after collapsing in Broadmoor prison, where he'd been since 1969. ITN's Paul Davis looks back on an extraordinary life of crime.
Gang leader, killer and schizophrenic. Ronnie Kray, in the glasses here, filmed attending his mother's funeral 13 years ago before returning to Broadmoor and the life sentence that ended with his death this morning. It was the East End send-off that Ronnie Kray planned in his prison cell and requested before his death. From early this morning, security men hired by the Kray family guarded the funeral parlour in Bethnal Green, where the procession would begin. Among the floral tributes to the former gangster and convicted killer, this from his twin Reggie, who'd been given permission to leave prison for the day to attend the funeral. Reggie Kray appeared handcuffed to a prison officer as the cortege prepared to move off. The funeral route took the procession along streets the Kray twins used to rule with their own brand of terror and protection rackets back in the early 60s. There were large crowds, although most were curious onlookers. It's debatable whether Ronnie Kray would recognise the East End of today. The coffin was carried along Valence Road, where the Krays used to live, although the terraced family home was demolished many years ago. At St Matthew's Church, the principal mourner, Reggie Kray, was greeted by old friends, many of whom are now campaigning for his release. The Kray family, defending today's spectacular funeral, say people should not forget that Ronnie Kray was mentally ill when he committed his crimes.
I've always said, not making excuses, it's known, doctors will tell you, but the one thing I would love people to remember, who say bad things, didn't I? Remember, he had an illness, and if it wasn't for that, he would have been a different person.
Ronnie Kray had wanted a traditional East End funeral. His family and friends made sure his wishes were respected down to the last detail, the extravagance of the occasion only adding to the Krays' mythology. For all the evidence of their violent past, there are still those who maintain the twins preyed only on their own, extorting money from other villains and conducting vicious gangland vendettas. Questioned about his murderous past, Ronnie Kray would simply say, "We never killed any members of the public." Whatever the reality, EastEnders turned out in their thousands to see his coffin pass by, many cheering and applauding a procession that stretched right across Bethnal Green as limousines followed the hearse to the church. Among a mass of flowers, a tribute from his twin brother Reggie, "To the other half of me." Having been allowed out of prison to attend the funeral, Reggie's arrival at the church was loudly cheered. Many in the East End think his sentence, to serve not less than 30 years, is too long, and they now want him released. The twins' older brother Charlie helped carry the coffin into church, along with pallbearers from the London Manors, once engaged in bitter rivalry with the Krays. During the service, held behind closed doors, the mourners sang the hymn "Fight the Good Fight" and listened to a recording of one of Ronnie's favourite songs, "I Did It My Way." In life, Ronnie Kray revelled in his dubious status as a gangland celebrity. The style of his departure would have been very much to his liking. Peter Gould, BBC News, Bethnal Green.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please join our Facebook group. It's called Krays Crime Lords of London. We're a friendly, moderated group with over 1,000 Kray and other celebrated gangster videos available for view. There's also thousands of images in the photos sections. The link for the group is in the YouTube description section. I hope we see you